Hey everybody.
Everybody,
Welcome.
welcome to no look. Hey
Hey.
everybody, welcome to D
Dita.
Up. Yes, y'all. It is Sunday night, Sunday afternoon, and y'all know what time it is, aunties.
I'm Nell.
I'm Nene, and welcome to our weekly broadcast where we come to you every Sunday night at 6 o'clock for about 30 minutes. We still working out those little kinks for about 30 minutes to give you some advice that
You did not ask for.
thank you. Yes, we specialize in that because we think we just doing that. But so yeah, welcome. This has been a long week for most of us. Um, So you got anything you want to say, Janelle?
Um,
How are you enjoying our weekly?
I really like it. I mean, it's a way how we can connect more and not only kind of like a side of going live and showing like paparazzi and Anissa Scott Studios, but also a way to connect with other people and ourselves.
Yes. Okay. Well, I see we got two people on here and I can't see. So yeah. Anyway, we're just gonna go on this week. We have a topic, but right now, before we get to that topic, y'all know Janelle started school last week, and so I just wanted to ask her, how's it going all 2 days that you've been at school?
Honestly, I really like it. It's an environment that's going to take time for me to get used to because it's not something that I'm really used to.
Uh-huh.
But honestly, in these 2 days, I think I've really been enjoying it. I've
Okay.
been kind of getting the gist of it, and I think it's going to be a really good school year.
Oh, okay. I think so too.
Mm.
I ain't gonna even lie. I think so too. So, yeah, I had a lot going on this week, y'all. And it's basically I've been talking to Janelle a lot about the some of the stuff that's been going on without going into all too much of the grown people parts of it, but just bouncing ideas and her thoughts off on things that's been going on this week with me. And so being that I've been doing that this week, she came up with the topic. So she is going to introduce our topic for this week's Deed Up and drop.
It.
Yes, drop
Mhm.
it, Deed Up. So, yeah. If
Okay.
this is y'all first time watching us, sorry, Janelle.
You're fine.
If this is y'all first time watching us, this I am, you are,
I'm Nell.
and I'm Nene. And so we come every Sunday night and just express our personal views on different situations and different topics. We are not by no means licensed to provide any professional help. Um, as far as we are concerned, the help we provide is professional based on what we say.
To us.
Yeah, to us. And so we are passing this advice on to you, and it's advice that you probably didn't even know you need. That's how we are looking at this. So yeah, I just wanted to drop that out there so you are aware of that, that we are not clinically licensed. Okay, so yeah.
Okay. So the topic that I came up with today and kind of put into my own words is obstacles in your way and if they are a blessing or a lesson. And cuz usually I call this the obstacles in the way of your success. And so in any success or goal that you have, you'll always have these things that are like in your way stopping you getting there. And you never know if those are obstacles that are good for you and are signs that are telling you maybe this isn't the path that you should go down or is for you, or if they're obstacles that are telling you that are helping you get stronger to reach this goal. And this is kind of a way how to identify which
Yeah.
if it's a blessing or a lesson.
Yeah, because I had asked her the question. I said, Janelle, um, it's this saying that right when you are right on the urge of a breakthrough, it seems like all kinds of things just come at you left and right. And so I said, what if, now I'm going to try to say this um, clear to where whoever's watching can understand what I'm saying. Because when we talking, it's like she knows what I'm saying. So I'm going to try to be clear with it. And then I ask her the question. I say, so what if the breakthrough that we think that we are on the um, edge of or about to receive, what if it's not really a breakthrough? What if that is just what we are telling ourselves to keep going in that direction? And so that is what brought up this topic.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked her that question, and then that's when she came up with the topic. So yeah, that's what we talking about. I mean, nothing fancy, and all that. So you got anything to add?
Um,
I'm responding
yeah.
to
Really about this one is that
it is so hard. It is so hard when you really trying to do your best and be your best. And I mean, it's like, oh my goodness. And I know it's all a blessing. Because if I get through it, or if we get through it, be on the other side of it, and we look back and you can laugh and say, I remember when this happened, but boy, while you going through it, oh my goodness,
it's like a whole bunch of things just come out of nowhere.
out of nowhere.
And you're just like things that you don't even know where they came from, how it happened, what they are. Just all.
Yeah. And I'm like, really? What? This happening again? Or, oh my gosh, and you wake up and you say, okay, this is going to be a great day. I'm going to just, awesome day. I'm not going to let nothing get in my way. I'm not going to let nothing bring me down. And Lord have mercy, you on this high, and all of a sudden, one little trigger.
Mm-hmm.
And it had me wanting to pull out the big guns and just unload, honey. I mean, like, brrr,
that's not everyone. That may just be her. Because I know, speaking for me.
I mean, that's how I've been feeling this weekend. You know it. You know it.
And for a lot of people, when you have these obstacles coming at you left and right, like she said, sometimes you're just like, you're on that goal and that path that you really want to get down. And it's just all these signs. You're thinking maybe it's not worth it. I mean, maybe all this trouble, you're thinking to yourself, is it really worth it to have all these things coming to you? And you're just thinking, is this really what I want? I mean, do I really want to go through all this trouble to get to where I want to go?
Mm-hmm.
And what if when I get to that goal, this isn't really what I want? What if like something goes wrong and I don't end up wanting to be in this goal? But all that trouble I just put myself through for nothing.
Mm-hmm. And see, that's how I'm feeling. Mm-hmm. And you know it.
But I keep trying to tell her that in the end, there's always going to be a reason for everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like she said, everything is basically a blessing. I mean, because like they say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And although that does sound cheesy and like, what?
It's everybody a song.
I mean,
yeah.
But I mean, it really is, because whatever you're getting to in life and whatever is coming towards you, it's just seeing if this is really what you can take. And that goal that you really want, you just have to keep shooting for it and make sure it's something that you can commit to. Because if you're, like I said last time, if you're not fully committed to a goal that you have, you're not going to want to go through all these troubles and try and dodge these obstacles that's coming in the way, because you're just going to probably quit halfway, since this is not something a goal that you really, really want.
And you know how I feel about quitting. I got this thing, okay, if you started, you better finish it. And I'm telling you, if you started, you better finish it. But boy, I'm eating them words this week. I am eating them words this week because I'm like, it ain't even worth it. So let me just, no, next, move on, do something different. But I tell you, every obstacle or no, every excuse, I'm gonna tell y'all, every excuse I done throw at this girl, she done fire one right back. She spent too much time with me.
I think I
Cause
might know
I
what it
mean,
is.
every excuse I done throw at Janelle or Nell for this, cause
For
she's
this way.
Nell
For
and
this
I'm
way.
Nene. Every reason I done throw at her, she done fire something right back at me. Like she waiting on me to say it. And she ready. And I'm like, okay, well, it's something there, but oh my goodness. So and so it is so hard. And we sit here and this is our third week and we talk about these things because these are everyday, real life issues that people go through. And we go through them. I go through them. You go through them. And we just given the perspective from a 14-year-old and a 30-21.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, if anybody got any, we just, this week, we just want to encourage people because it gets hard. Oh my goodness, it gets so hard. But one thing I do know and I do believe is whatever you talk about the most is what you giving, you're magnifying that. And I gotta quit magnifying this thing, girl. I just said that out loud. I gotta quit magnifying it because it's really just, oh, causing me to second guess a lot of things, and I know I don't need to be second guessing nothing. Because what's for me is for me. What's for you is for you.
And once you, like, I know for me, for example, when I'm running on the track, and I'm going to use a 400 by example, and if you don't know what the 400 is, it's basically one lap around the track. And I know once I start, you can think of this as your goal. Once I'm starting on that track, or once you're starting in that path to that goal, you're just like, okay, I got this. But then around about halfway, you're starting to feel that burn, and that burn is your obstacles trying to crush you, trying to see if you're not going to make it. You're going to turn around or just stop. And so for me, I know whenever I'm doing that 400, I know I do not want to finish it because I'm thinking I can't do this. Like, and it's hard because all this burn that you're feeling, these obstacles, you're thinking I can't do this. I don't want to do this. Is this worth it? But once you keep going and once you dodge these obstacles and see that they're there for a reason and not just because they're there because you're the one pushing to that goal, you feel so much better in the outcome. Like once you do something difficult and you put all your willpower into it, don't you feel good whenever you do something?
Yeah.
It's like that.
You know me, I'll get new hair. Child, I'll get some new hair when I done something.
And see, it's always that outcome, that feeling, whenever you done succeed in something and you put all you can into it, and it's just you feel so good after it. That's all every track meet is for me. After I run that 400, I'm so tired. I want to pass out, but I feel good because I know I didn't quit because I kept going.
I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be a testimony because this is definitely a test.
I don't like tests.
I know you don't like tests, girl. I know. You find everything to do but study for a test. I know you don't.
But I do ace them all.
Girl, listen here. Look, I'm flashing right now. Ooh, fan with me. Fan with me now.
Which way? This way or this way?
Girl, this way. Girl, no. Look, I'm.
It is hot. It is hot.
But yeah, so I'm looking at some of the comments. Um, thank you, Miss Elizabeth. Um, yeah, please pray for me because it ain't easy. And hey, Liddy D, thank you for joining in. Yes. And you don't, and look, and after being in Vegas for a whole week and you still took the time to join in, we surely do appreciate it. Deetra is on.
Oh, I didn't even know she was in
I
Vegas.
know, that's why I'm looking at the comments. Yeah.
Everybody
So,
travel in August,
oh yeah,
but
honey, they've
me.
been traveling, they've been doing it. Oh,
But
you
me.
hush because you had to go to school. Uh-huh. She missed out on that Disney trip. Yeah. But yeah, it is just and so I've been looking forward to look, if my watch tell me to breathe again.
No.
Listen. But I've been just looking forward to really just talking it out. Because y'all know sometimes you can talk things out and you can see clearly and you can understand it better. Or even if you don't understand it, at least you can hear how it sounds. So, yeah. And I'm sitting here and I'm listening to you. And some of my comments that I'm making out loud is just like confirmation and a reminder that the path that I'm on, it is not easy. And I did, if anybody watched back on one of our segments, I did say that road less traveled. So yeah, I'm on this road, honey. I'm on this road and it is not easy. And you know, when you have a younger person, or as women, and we have girls and younger people who we have influence over, and we have to be very careful how, because like I say now, honey, I even my kids, and they all grown. Listen, you start something, doggone it, you better finish it. I cannot, I cannot, I do not like quitting. And so yeah,
And the thing is, it really is easier said than done.
it really is. It
Because
really is.
if you think about it, you could say anything, but it doesn't mean anything if you're not going to do it.
Right.
And if you're not committed to that, you can't do it because that path that it takes to get there is difficult. Because
Mm-hmm.
if you don't have that mindset where, I got this, I can get there, you know, I'm confident, I believe in myself, I can take this path, all these thorns are getting in my way, giving me all these cuts and these burns. But, once you have that mindset, I mean, it's over. I mean, you can.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean,
Yes. Yes. Look, Elizabeth, yeah, honey, new hair. Honey, when I done went through something and I'm feeling like I done it, girl, I'll get me some new hair in a minute. But yeah, I better quit moving too much. Yeah. But I'm telling you, this is and it is, I mean, we didn't do any research or any, because normally when we got a topic, we'll research it and we be discussing it all week. But this week, after, and I can't even remember what day that was when I said, well, what if? I can't even remember what day it was. And then Janelle said, that's going to be the topic. And then we didn't talk about it no more. It's just that I kept firing off all these excuses to her throughout the week, and then she'd fire back something that I would say to her, and that really had ticked me off some more. Cause I'm like, little girl, let me tell you something. These some grown women stuff right here. You don't be telling me, but she was telling me, and I heard it all. I heard it all because I want to be the very best version of myself because I know the influence I have over her. And so I can't quit. I can't give up. And ooh, it is not easy. But yep. So
get the fan. It's getting
yeah,
hot.
girl. Let's getting deep right here. Because I value our relationship, and I value your opinions and your feelings, because every feeling, opinion, thought, process, they are all real to you. So that makes them real to me. And so I just love this safe space that we can come on every week and just have these chats. And we didn't do a bit of research. And so,
At least not for this one.
Yeah,
because
no, we didn't this week. Because usually we like to sound like we done went to school and got that paper for this. But since really, this advice you didn't know you need.
We just be going to Google, doing some hardcore research. Going through links, seeing what we can find.
Honey, no, so we do put time and effort into our segments.
So usually we don't just throw it together. I wouldn't say we threw it together on this one.
No, we
did take about 2-3 days.
Well, we speaking from the heart is what we're doing. And plus we know Tim watching, and he done told us don't get on here and rattle. Because he know his wife.
He ain't here.
He ain't here. He sure ain't. He ain't the boss of us.
We could be here for 3 hours. It's all right.
He ain't the boss of us.
Now, Papa, I didn't say that.
But yeah, girl. So that's what we just I just like doing this. I like doing this. One thing I always ask Janelle is, what's the matter? What are you thinking about? What are you doing? And when she say that, and I don't know who can relate to me on this, oh, nothing, I'm fine. And you know darn well you ain't fine. I know you ain't fine. You know you ain't fine. And she, oh no, I'm fine. So I tell y'all what, these segments, honey, that thing talking, and she's getting those feelings out. Because this is such a safe space, and that is what I love the most. And
that's what Deed Up is all about, though.
Deed Up is about adding that D to make that thing plural.
And dropping what?
And dropping it. If it's not. If it ain't good for you. If it doesn't make you smile inside, because y'all know when you smile inside, you gonna smile. Everybody gonna see that smile.
Now look, if it don't make you confident,
honey,
you gotta drop it.
And, and if it's not making you a better person, making you a better friend, a better male or female, whoever's watching, we don't want to make it, just all about women. We can only just give you a girl's point of view because we're girls. I'm not going to pretend that I can tell anybody, tell a man about how a man should think. So I just want to make sure, but guys watch this. We're just giving you a girl's point of view from a girl's perspective because we're girls. And so, yeah, we don't want to jump out and say, oh, well, the guy, no, we're not going to do that. We just tell Papa he's not the boss of us. Well, I said it, Janelle didn't.
She did, not me.
But, so yeah, so it is just such a blessing, and that I'm able to sit here and just listen to her talk, because sometimes, I'll just get, and I don't work all day too. I'll sit right here and get comfortable and just listen to her talk. And so, you want to add anything?
This was more of a shorter segment for this one, but it is well thought out, because this is all our topics are kind of short, but you can branch on to them, and they're topics that could be talked about for hours. But we don't want to waste your guys' time, because we know that time is very important, and it's not something that you can waste, not something that you can get back. So we try to have these conversations between each other and you guys so you can hear us in a very shorter way, but a well thought out, because you can think about these, because there's no limit to these kind of conversations.
No, because when we be driving back home, we still talk about the topics that we do. We just still talking. And I told her, I say, Janelle, we need to find a way to keep the podcast going and have a longer version, like after the video, cause like last week all the way home, I mean, we had so much more to say, and look, we were looking at each other like, I should have said this. I should have said that. So we don't just stop talking about these topics once the in live stops. No. And that is another thing. We want to trigger conversations, the hard conversations with these little girls. And look, and the hard conversations with them so that they are in a position to bring those same hard conversations or those topics right back to us, hold us accountable. That is what I want Janelle to do to me, and she does it. Don't worry, she don't have the problem doing that. She holds me accountable. You let me get lazy and say, well, we can skip, and she'll look at me like, huh? You're not doing that, and look, make you feel this big, and you be like, well, okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna do it. Yeah.
See, because most of the time I feel like it's a test. Like, see what I'm gonna say,
I
but I
do.
always pass
I be wanting her.
because
I want her to agree with me when I don't want to do something, but she don't. No,
because
she don't.
I'll see what what she'll do is she'll ask me. She'll like, you want to stay home today? No, I don't. I don't.
She do. She do be like that. Girl, I mean, because we can go tomorrow.
No, we're going today.
Yeah.
Look, 11. Yeah, 11 to 6.
11:30.
I said
11:30.
that.
Yeah.
11:30 to 6.
Yeah, she does. She really do. Especially when I don't work early that morning and I get home and I be like, oh gosh, well, we can go to the studio tomorrow. And she said, no. Because when you go on Google, they say you open today.
As she says, we are Googleable.
I said, well, we Googleable, so I guess I better, oh gosh, let me get dressed then. Okay. But yeah, I want her. I need that. I need her to hold my feet to the fire because she is one of the most important people to me. And I do not ever want her, because see, when I go at her and say, oh, no, no, you're going to do it. No, you said you were going to do it, so you're going to do it. I just have a little more force with her because I am the adult. But she got a way of coming back at me like, oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, well, Google say you open at 11:30.
And see, one thing about it, I used to hate whenever I would commit myself to something.
Like
And
ban. Okay, I ain't say that.
this ain't about our personal lives, all right? I can't do band because of early college, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
But and so whenever I would used to commit myself to something and I'd tell her I'd go through with it, she'd be like, all right, I'm here for you. Any kind of moral support you need, I'm here. If you need me to yell at you to wake up, I'm here. And whenever I would tell her, maybe I would, no, not maybe. It'd be like, I don't want to do this anymore. And she'd ask me, well, why don't you want to do this anymore? And I'm saying, because it's hard. And one thing she would do about it is like, you're going to do it. And I'd always be like, but I don't want to do it. And it wouldn't be because like my passion had left. It was just because the obstacles. The obstacles, I didn't want to go through the hard part. I didn't want to do the most to get to the best, to become the best me. And whatever it is, that skill that I'm shooting for. And one thing about it, I would always hate it. I would always be like, I do not want to do this. Why does she keep telling me to do this? But now I've really grown to appreciate it because we kind of lean on each other for these kind of things. So like, if I need somebody to be my pep coach, is that a pep? Or yeah,
girl, pep coach, cheerleader,
then
all that.
then
That's
she would always be there, even for the times that I didn't want her to, cheer me on to do it because I didn't want, because I would feel guilty that I didn't want to do it, but there was somebody else that knew I wanted to do it, but was there to help me do it, and it's just like we're both cheering for each other, whatever it is that goal that we're shooting for. I got her and she got me.
You got it.
And that's the thing. As long as you got a partner that's helping you, leap over those obstacles,
Mm-hmm.
I
Girl.
mean, now you really don't have a choice. Because if you got somebody that's cheering you on and helping you avoid those obstacles, you really don't have an excuse now.
I don't, do I?
No.
Darn it. So I gotta do it. I gotta D up.
You gotta get D'd up and drop it.
And
But it's not easy.
and that's how we gonna end that thing. Cause I guess you done told me, huh?
Yeah.
Y'all, thank y'all for listening. Y'all, thank y'all so much for listening. And I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna look at all the comments. Look, I got them here because I gotta make sure I'm listening to Janelle because she'll pop something on me, honey, and I gotta
We gotta
make
stay
sure.
on topic with it.
Yeah.
We sure do like to ramble and talk on and go past our time limits and all that, but one thing about it, we will hop back on track sooner or later.
We will. And what we're looking for is when we get home for Papa to say, y'all did good, like he did last week.
Yeah.
He did,
Yeah.
didn't he? Y'all did good. Yeah. He was pleased last week.
Mhm.
So, y'all, thank y'all for joining us. I'm gonna get D'd up and I'm gonna I done had enough of whining. I think I done whine every day this week. Whining is out. I'm gonna D up.
I'm gonna D up.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm gonna D up. I'm committing to D up.
because one thing about it, all that negativity, all that negativity that you had last week, just suck it, put it in a vacuum, blow it back into next week. Don't bring with you those negativities and neglect and all of that from last week into this next week, because that's why we do these things on the Sunday, because these are some things that you need to think about during the week. So all this negativity that you have from last week, keep it in last week, because this is a new week.
Okay, so I'm officially D'd up, girl.
Yeah. So all that wine was from last week.
Okay.
The positivity from today starts today.
Okay.
Through the week.
All right, I got you, baby.
Yeah.
I got you. I got you. How about you?
So, I'm good.
Next week you starting a whole new full week of school.
Starting
Girl,
tomorrow.
I sure hope I see a lot of homework.
You will. All these honors classes are no joke.
So, yeah. So that's right, guys. We will be back on next Sunday. Thank you, guys. And remember to stay D'd up.
And you need to what?
Drop
it.
Yes. If it's negative and not making you the best version of yourself. Okay. I have been given orders to leave all that wine in last week. So if y'all been holding on to something, if you've been feeling bad about something, just leave it. Just let it go. Let it stay where it was. Cause we D'd up.
Are you guys D'd up?
Are you D'd up?
I hope you're D'd up.
D up. Thank you guys. Have a good week.